Truth between lines, but this time we're going to be looking at the lines and see what they're saying. And we're actually going to take a little deep dive about mental illness, Trump derangement syndrome, what it actually means. And I'm not joking about this. I'm a huge Trump supporter and everything else, but there are some things at play right now that we really need to acknowledge that there's some real problems out there. Not only political spectrum, but just in the world itself. All right, so no secret, I'm a full-blown adult, okay? So I look at things maybe a little bit differently, and with everything I read and watch and just stuff, I'm starting to see the trend, and I'm actually mentally getting worried about this. I mean, what keeps me up at night? What keeps you up at night? What's going on in the world? And there are so many people out there, and you get to this realm of social media where you watch one video and you like it or whatever, and then of course the algorithm sends you 2 or 3 more like it, and you like those. Next thing you know, you're down a rabbit hole, and that's what you watch for the next 4 hours. I mean, it's that fast, and you realize what even happened? What time is it? I don't even know. But you start getting in this little cocoon of all this news of what you're liking and what it's throwing at you. And I'm watching a lot of videos that are people out there in the streets and they're screaming about something. They were participating in No King's Day thing on the Saturday, and they're out there just always have some kind of sign that says, Trump is a racist or some horrible thing. And I start to laugh, but then I start thinking to myself, oh my God, where are we at with society? It just in general. And so that's what I want to talk about. I want to have a serious conversation about mental illness. Most of my stuff I try and keep humorous, or throw out there and keep you entertained. But this is more of I'm worried. Let's think about this. And, are you worried? So reading my local paper. This is the Knox News on Sunday. And you go through it line by line, or even headline by headline, and it's like, okay, what's the first thing? The weekend exclusive, there's a crisis of care. So guess what? Your whole weekend, there's a crisis of care. Oh my God, study finds nearly half of U.S. states on the brink of a caregiving emergency. Okay, bad news there. Let's not start the weekend doing that, but all right. And then inside, it's brain drain. Studies show chronic stress is a powerful factor in cognitive decline. Oh, no. I mean, that's serious stuff right there. But I mean, that's what we're reading. And this page was basically the stop from the first page. Thankfully, the last page talks about red rocks, freedom, and some lifetime memories of being outdoors. You don't see a cell phone in that picture. I'm sure it's taking the picture. But hey, basically it says go outside so you don't have all this other stuff. But then you go on the other headlines. It's got, DOJ, Trump can shrink U.S. monuments. Okay, so he can. Did he say he's doing it? No, he didn't say that. But he can. Okay, well, number one, you're not even sure if that's the case. But then you're like, maternal fatality reporting reduced in Tennessee. Oh, I know. Oh, wait, no, that's a good thing. So that's not bad. Television stations rallying for support. Okay, all right. When are black bears most active? Oh, shoot. Should I be worried about black bears? I mean, what am I worried about? And then you got, Trump escalates fight with Newsom in California. That's pretty weird. Workplace raids rattle businesses across U.S. Now, I know they're trying to sell stuff and they're trying to get you to read it. But, I mean, if it just, I don't know. Tone down the rhetoric. I mean, that's what I'm kind of saying. But then you get into perspective. Okay, so this is perspective. This is the opinion piece of the paper. Okay, so perspective. A father's love and guidance are key to a child's development. But then you look up, single mothers, and you hear a lot about single mothers and dads that are gone. And it's like, okay, well, that's telling you have to have a father in the whole place, in the household, and you don't. And then, down here, does character matter to American voters anymore? Pinocchio there. And it's like, oh, well, what you're implying that basically no one cares about anything. TSA's right to form a union makes us all safer. Oh, that's great. Well, we should do that then. Shouldn't we? If we make it all safer, isn't that what we're supposed to do? The growth fairy tale tells all. Tax cuts never reduce the deficit. Well, okay, there we go. Let's just not have a tax cut then, because it never reduces the thing. The rest of it comes from page 1. National debt National debt isn't a problem until it is. Oh my God, when's the problem happening? Okay. Return fraud, from wardrobing to missing items and how to sell retail items. And, of course, next page is about that going forward. There's more to Catholic liturgy wars than Latin Mass. So you're mentioning wars and stuff. So let's be honest, guys. there's a lot of negativity in the world. That's my point about that. I mean, that was just one paper. That's just Sunday's paper. Okay. There is so much negativity going on there, and there's so much to be worried about. But honestly, you know what? Here's the thing. Newsflash. You're going to get through it. You're going to be okay. You are going to be fine. You need to decide how you take in this information and what happens. It's up to you to figure this out. All that stuff I just talked about probably doesn't overall affect you in your life. It may, maybe one or two, but not all of it. But people read it like everything is just collapsing. And I'm here to tell you it's not. Okay, but go on all these other things. I think about the negative news. Again, I mentioned the no kings. I was like, okay, well, we haven't had a king here. And could you imagine? I mean, you're talking about how horrible it is to have a king and everything else. And I'm thinking about all the countries that do have actual monarchs. Go live in those countries and see how you like it. Go live on it. Because you're right. We don't want a king. We don't have a king. We have an elected official that basically became our president, and all the other elected officials that got voted in. That's where we're at. Okay. No one's trying to be a king. But you just get this constant barrage of like a new flag, okay, whatever the event is. I mean, you had, all the different countries and everything else, but you have BLM. Yeah, now you have the pride flag going out there, and they changed the pride flag multiple times. I'm not being mean. I'm trying to be serious, but they did. They started with the rainbow, and then it became every color that's not red, white, and blue. But then the Ukraine flag, and then you got the Palestine flag, and then you got the Hamas flag, and now it's Iran's flag, and the left is just constantly bombarded by change, and I get it. I get why people are upset. I get that. They're talking about, and again, I'm trying to hold it back, but it's like they're talking about, Trump taking away the rights of transgenders that are in the military, and they're out there yelling, "It's my right to be in the military." And I'm like, no, there's not a right to be in the military. I mean, there's all kinds of applications of, hey, you shouldn't be on your medication because we can't have that. We can't have problems in the field. If you're out, knocking in doors, trying to root out the bad guys, we can't have you forget your medication back at the barracks and move on. But so you're not losing rights. Nobody's losing a right to be in the military. You have no right to be in the military. I don't care. The military should be the best and the brightest, and I'm hoping that they are overall, and they should be, because other countries fear us. They need to fear us. I mean, we were told too, going back to Elon Musk and all the stuff with him, and it was like, okay, Elon, Teslas are great, so we're going to all buy Teslas to save the world and the fossil fuels and everything else. And then it was like, no, Tesla's horrible. Let's light them on fire and burn down things. And if we see a random Tesla that we don't know in the parking lot, we should key them or slash their tires and everything else. And then all of a sudden Elon has, a falling out with President Donald Trump, and it's like, oh, Elon's good again. Okay, sorry, everybody. But you see that back and forth. I mean, it's he's good, he's bad, he's good, he's bad. It's like a WWE wrestling event. Like, he's a face, he's a heel, oh, no, we like him now. But and you hear the political assassinations, which are, oh, my God, they're horrible. That, the Democrat senators, the leaders that were killed. I mean, the first thing that came out was they were killed by a Trump supporter. Now forget it. Okay, just forget the whole Republican Democrat thing. It came out that he was a Trump. Now he wasn't. Okay, but that's what you heard. So it goes into that fear of everything else. And then there are other ones. I mean, we're not going to get into abortion probably ever on this channel because I'm too passionate about that one. But it's like, if you're a woman, if you're anybody, if you're a family, it doesn't matter. You have a baby, a woman is pregnant. Okay, let's back up. Sorry. A woman is pregnant. Define a woman, define a pregnant birthing person. Okay, but you have a unborn thing in your body, and maybe you love it. Maybe you absolutely love it, that you're so excited that you're going to be a mom and do these things, but someone else comes along and says you should abort it because it's only a clump of cells. Okay. I mean, you got to think that's just an absolute horrible. What does it? I mean, you got the angel and the devil on your shoulders. It's like this, here's this. It's a baby. It's a clump of cells. It's a baby. It's a clump of cells. What a horrible place to put a put a female in and have that happen to it. That's awful. That's absolutely awful. And I mean, the other thing too, I was reading, or not, I was watching, but ladies like, oh, everybody needs to leave this land. You know, America was stolen, and America is a racist country because it was stolen. Okay. Can I say that's true? Great. Fine. Fantastic. Show me a place in the world that wasn't stolen, taken over by someone. And even that, okay, fine. Great. It was stolen. Great. Who do we give it back to? Because I'm in the Knox area, eastern Tennessee, and you know, I mean, the Cherokees are big and all the other tribes around here. Well, guess what? There's proven documents, proven everything that they took it over from somebody else. So you had Native Americans fighting and battling each other, taking each other land. I mean, we got, you know, down the line, it's like, how far do we go back? How do we get back 1 level or 2 levels or 5 levels? I mean, you got going back, I mean, and then, you know, Civil War, you got the Union and you got the Confederates. I mean, Knox County, Knoxville was taken over by both sides. So it's like, okay, well, if the Union Army beat the Confederates and the Confederates beat the Unions and they went back and forth, who do we give it back to? Because they conquered the land and they fought for it too. But it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, this is what people are worried about. That's what they're worried about. You know, and the unfortunate thing we're dealing with right now is all the ICE, Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. You know, it's the headline that read, New York City mayoral candidate, he was arrested by masked agents at the immigration court. You know, it's like, who's the bad person? The mayoral candidate who's getting, you know, arrested, or the masked agents? Oh, look out for the masked agents. Really? That's the headline you want to sell with and go for it? So there's a lot to think about. And I just want us to all take a step back and to realize the pressures of just being alive. I mean, you know, and I mean, you know, thankfully, if you live in America, I know this channel gets watched all around the world. I see the numbers, but I mean, I would hope at this moment, at the time that I'm recording this, that we're not being bombed somewhere in the continental United States, or there are places right now that are probably sitting in a bunker under a warning siren, and they're running for cover because that's the environment that they live in and they're forced to be in. So whatever it is, wherever you're at in life, whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're worried about, just give it to God. Let it go. Just send it up and say, you know what? I will do what I can with what I have, and I will know that something else is watching over me. Between the